right here on the Fan Cave Sports Talk.
The Fan Cave.
Cave? What cave?
The Fan Cave Sports Talk.
What is up? What is up? What is happening? Rest of the world. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to IPB Media Groups Worldwide. The Fan Cave. Here with Cousin Brad. I am your host, Cousin Brad, and with me always to my left is my brother, my cousin, my dog, my ace, my homie, Emmanuel Kulu. Kulu, what's going on, brother? How you feeling?
What's going on, cuz? What's going on? Love that surprise this weekend. You and the
I was gonna say, did anything good happen to you this weekend? Did you have a good weekend?
Man, I had a great weekend. Great weekend, man. Shout out to you and the whole IBP team, the family. Man, it was special, man. It was special.
Right. Shout out to your wife for holding that down. Reached out to me. Real rap, bro. Just wanted to make sure, you got your roses, bro, because you definitely earned them. So shout out to you, man. And also a special shout out to the woman who gave me life. Mom, if you're watching right now, happy birthday. Shout out to you, Mom. Happy birthday to you. Today's her birthday, so I had to give her a birthday shout out.
Sylvia.
Yeah. That's the woman that gave me life. So definitely shout out to her. Anyway, Kulu. We were at the bar. We were at the bar the other night. The finals are set. Bucks Suns right now. Giannis, a game time decision for game 1 tonight.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna just go into it, man. Who you got?
Man, I'm going Phoenix, man. I feel like Phoenix got the best bench in the league right now. I said it since they beat the Lakers, since they beat my team.
Yeah.
This is the team that's going to win it all. So, yeah, they got to do it. Chris Paul deserves a ring, man. He deserves a ring. 15 years in the league?
16.
16? Mm-hmm. I mean, it's about time. Injuries has plagued the man his whole entire career. Come on, Chris. Let's get it. Come on, Book. Yeah. Let's get it.
Yeah, shout out to Chris Paul, man. This is your year. This is your time. It's the finals. I got my money on Phoenix as well. I mean, Phoenix is just they're playing insane right now. Mind you, last year, this team was undefeated in the bubble last year. They didn't make the playoffs, but it was only a year away. Chris Paul showing them the way. So definitely shout out to them. And I hate saying this. But I got to give it up for the Atlanta Hawks. You fought hard. You fought hard. I have got to give it up for the Atlanta Hawks. You beat my Knicks team. Nobody expected you to make the semis this year. So Atlanta Hawks, you fought to the end. Shout out to you guys. Maybe next year get Trae Young some help around there. Mm-hmm. But the game 1 is tonight. Giannis a game time decision. Scary injury. But we got a lot to talk about today, man. We got a lot to go into. Man.
Oh yeah.
We got a lot. We didn't want to do this, but your boy made headlines. So we're gonna talk a little bit about
my boy.
LeBron.
Who's my boy?
You know your boy. Your boy LeBron definitely made headlines. We got breaking news coming out of the Olympics games, and we got our don't be no fool. I'm not gonna tell you who it is yet, but if you Google stuff in sports, I'm pretty sure this person will come up. So, but yeah, man, we're going to dive right into it, starting off with some Olympic goss, breaking news. And here's Cousin Brad checking his notes. So, according to Sports Illustrated today, the young girl, Sha'Carri Richardson, y'all know about the young girl, Sha'Carri Richardson, she will miss the Olympic Games. We're going to start off there. She will miss the Olympic Games. The decision came down from USA Track and Field that her name will not be added to the roster. She already was disqualified for. She was already disqualified for testing positive for marijuana, and she was already not going to run her 100-meter individual race. But now she is also not going to run the 400-meter relay. So I mean, this was a big topic of discussion going into this weekend. Kulu, I know you felt strongly on this. I felt strongly about this. This made a lot of noise on the Fan Cave Facebook page. I mean, here's my thing. You got nobody to blame but yourself. I respect Sha'Carri Richardson. I think she's the fastest woman on the planet at the end of the day, but you got to do better. You got to do better. You got to do better in this run. You know what I mean? I was hoping she was going to be able to run. I really was. I really wanted her to be able to at least run a relay, represent her country. And yes, weed is legal, and it's illegal in the States, but in Tokyo and in the Olympics, they drug test, and if they find you positive in marijuana, you will not participate. So she's out. So cool, man. What's your thoughts on this, bro? This is breaking news. This just happened an hour ago.
I'm on the fence with this one because and I feel like I really feel for this girl, losing her mother and finding out from a reporter.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I thought that she would at least be in the 400 meter. I thought she would have a suspension and be in the 400 meter. Yeah. It's really a disservice to the Olympics and the Olympians because they're not going to really know who the best really is. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Without the best from the U.S., do you really know who the winner is? You know what I'm saying? So that's one thing. That's one thing. The other thing is the fact that it's legal in certain states. This is where your association comes into play.
True. Facts.
When you get around people who have outlets such as marijuana to deal with the pain, and they pass it over to you to deal with your pain, the loss of your mother. It's almost like it's like this is your chance. This comes every 4 years, every 5 years,
every 4 years, every 4 years. And she is in her prime.
She's heard about it right now. I've heard about it. I was now for her to run, but decisions, man, you gotta, this was an opportunity for you to triumph and put your mother's name on the map to the world.
Right.
How she raised you. And I'm just real hurt that it happened this way. And, gotta watch the people that you're around. Gotta watch the people you're around.
And, we joke all the time. Obviously, we know, marijuana is legal in the United States and pretty much all the states. I think it's legal nationwide. But the Olympics, again, and I am taking nothing away from Sha'Carri Richardson. I think she's a phenomenal talent. I've seen all the YouTube videos. She is absolutely phenomenal when she runs. She's definitely the fastest on the planet. But
don't forget about Shelly now. Don't forget about Shelly.
Shelly bad too. Shout out to her.
Shelly. Shelly,
she gonna have to pick it up. Shelly gonna have to do her thing in Jamaica, and we don't know how much weed is in them blood, but whatever. That's another story. But like you said, you kind of hit the nail on the head. Decisions matter, and this is something that is not new. The Olympics have drug tested for years. And they test for marijuana. If you're positive, you can't race. She knew this going in. She knew this, like we said, this is every 4 years. Now you have to wait 4 more years to represent your country. Yes, from a United States standpoint, yes, this is very petty and very stupid. And it doesn't help her. At the end of the day, this type of decision only hurt her, unfortunately. Yeah. So, Sha'Carri, keep your head up, man. That's all I can tell you with that one. Keep your head up. Keep your head up with that. But there's some more Olympic news. You seen is the Olympics throwing a little bit of racial slight right now? We've seen a couple stories. I know you had some words you wanted to speak on this. You wanted to talk about the caps, the swim cap.
The swim caps, being banned they were swim caps for African American women to, tame their hair, so to speak. In the swimming race, they were banned. They said they give them an advantage in the race.
Yeah. Because that makes them swim faster.
It was two African women that were also banned for having too much testosterone in their system, which could be from certain foods that you eat. But yet alone, the Olympics is allowing a transgender to compete in a wrestling match against women. So I don't really get it. I don't really get it.
And they're doing the what is this one? What is this one where you turn and you? What's that one called?
I forgot what it's called though.
Oh man, see now I got to think about it. Oh man, shot put. I'm sorry, shot put. Yeah, so they're allowing transgender individuals to compete. They're taking. Don't quote me on they're taking estrogen. I'm not sure if they're taking estrogen pills to lower their testosterone level. Don't quote me on that. But they're allowing certain things, but won't let this girl run. To me, that's kind of ridiculous. And the swim cap thing, come on. Come on now. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. Is this giving them a competitive advantage? Now, mind you, swim caps have been in the Olympics since the 60s. Since the 60s. And now that they have a different, African-American women, and you said it was a couple of African women?
Yeah, a couple of African women two African women that were disqualified.
Yeah, they were just Yeah. Now I feel like you're kind of reaching a little bit. I will watch Simone Biles because I want to see her win. Shout out to her. I want to see her win. I'm definitely probably going to watch Team USA dominate. This is pretty much going to be a cakewalk for them. But some of these games, it's just getting ridiculous at this point. It's just getting to the point where you're trying to measure the level of competition by swim caps. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, or you're trying to eliminate the competition, the real competition. Right. And, that's a whole nother story. But, again, it's getting to the point where the talk of boycotting the Olympics is coming to the forefront.
Oh, yeah. We are this close. You are this close from being boycotted. And I don't want to boycott it because I said I want to see Team USA basketball win the gold. I want to see the track and field team win the gold. I want to see Simone Biles win all the gold medals she's going to win. But at the end of the day, too, it's like, I kind of don't want to see this now. I kind of don't want to see it. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's we've been tackling this race issue for a while since George Floyd, and the NBA players. Shout out to the NBA players and the NBA for really stepping up and taking a major part in fighting this thing. And even some Olympic players are talking about possibly holding out due to the Sha'Carri Richardson situation and the other situations that's happening in the Olympics. But injuries also are a thing for NBA players. But
we're going to dive into that next. We're going to dive into that actually right now. We're going to dive into that right now. Your boy made headlines again. And we ain't talking for Space Jam. We are not talking for Space Jam. LeBron James, your boy. That's your boy. So he made headlines a couple of times. So he had a few choice words to say about how the NBA players are injured this year more than ever, which is a fact. They are a lot of players getting injured. They had like a month off to get ready for this season, but people forget they had 5 months before the season was let out to heal up and be ready and be fresh. So, and let's be honest, the Phoenix Suns, who are in the finals now, they were in a bubble. They played, I think they played about 13 games in a bubble last year. They were undefeated in the bubble, and they were knocked out of the playoffs. So they're the freshest team right now. They're the freshest team right now in the playoffs. But there, a lot of injuries. LeBron was injured. AD was injured. KD was injured. Kyrie was injured.
Kawhi
was injured.
Even Chris Paul was injured. Chris Paul.
That shoulder's not healed yet. Trae Young, Giannis. Joel Embiid.
James Harden.
James Harden. A lot of big names this year have gotten injured. Now, mind you, Kevin Durant was out for a long time before the playoffs even started, and he was playing hurt, and he came back and did a warrior performance. He did his best to try to keep the Brooklyn Nets in the playoffs. It just didn't work for him. But does LeBron have a point here?
Yeah. And, the big thing is whether, Chris Paul's statements in hearing what LeBron had to say, he was, they interviewed him, and his statement was everyone had an opportunity to sit at the meetings on scheduling.
True.
So he was basically saying that LeBron didn't sit in at the meetings to talk about scheduling. You know,
and LeBron was the VP. Well, no, he wasn't the VP last year. He stopped his VP in 2019. So okay, so he wasn't in. But I mean, let's be honest. I mean, LeBron, he makes more money probably off of the court than on it. So, but I mean, you got to look at the guys on the bench. You got to look at the 10 deep rosters. These guys don't make that much money. They got to earn a living, man. They got to go out there and compete. So, I respect both sides of the argument. I respect what Chris Paul is saying, and I respect what LeBron is saying. Mind you, a couple of these guys are about to go play more basketball in the Olympics.
Yeah, and well, Chris Paul's point was that, as like LeBron said, like you just said, at the end of the day, if the league loses money, we're going to lose money too with the collective bargaining agreement.
Yeah.
So LeBron was more, going player friendly. Like, for the players, this is horrible. We just came out the finals. The Heat just came out the finals. As you see, both teams got bounced out of the first round in the playoffs. And we got to go back a month later and play. And it really wasn't particularly fair. But at the end of the day, Chris Paul now is the last man standing.
Right.
He's the last man standing. Let's keep it real here.
Yeah.
His team is relevant. Is pretty much healthy. They're pretty much a healthy team.
They're well rested. They're well rested. Yeah,
exactly. So but I see both sides because we have seen with LeBron's words coming to fruition with all these injuries, these freak injuries of playing basketball for over almost a year now.
Yeah,
So
now that's not all the LeBron James headlines, and this one, like I know you love LeBron, but this one you kind of gotta look like, bruh. Come on, man. This one is different. I'm gonna check the notes so I can get the exact quote. So LeBron James was at his son LeBron James Jr. At his high school game at I think was it LeBron's alma mater? I can't remember if it was LeBron's alma mater or not. I really couldn't tell. But he was at the game, and the announcer of the basketball game said, quote, Bronny James getting calls, and we all know why, because his dad here. Let's keep it a buck, unquote. So LeBron James decided, all right, let me go past this designated area, and he wanted to go check the dude about it. He wanted to go check the dude about it. Now, to me, in my eyes, it's like, LeBron, come on, bro. You're LeBron James. This is the announcer guy. He probably not even getting paid to be here. Like, I mean, yeah, he's supposed to that was a little jab. But like, come on, bro. I mean, it's a high school game. Do you really want to start problems, start issues here? Like, come on. So cool. That's your boy. What do you think of this? What do you think of this?
Man, well, it's an announcer, man. Like, that's kind of like when the rappers come in the building and try to smack up Charlemagne the God. Yeah. It's kind of like the same thing to me. You know what I'm saying? Announcer, they do what they do. They say what they're supposed to say. Yeah. Sometimes they go a little overboard. Sometimes they do. Whatever it was, man, LeBron felt the need to check him. It is what it is,
Now, to be fair, because we're all about fairness on the Fan Cave. Now, suppose, hypothetically, this was Jeffrey Jordan. And Jeffrey Jordan was playing this high school game. And the announcer said, oh, Jeffrey Jordan's getting calls. We know why, because MJ's in the house. Now, I don't see Michael Jordan checking this guy like going above and pressing him and trying to check him. I see Jordan doing this a little different. I see Michael Jordan walking out on this high school game, center court, shutting the whole thing down, demand the referee give him the ball and say, look, so this dude want to talk stuff. I want you to come out here right now and you get one basket. You get one basket. If you score one basket on me, I'll walk out of here right now. Because Mike, let's be real. Jordan, it takes just a little bit. It takes just a little bit to set him off. Do you see your man MJ doing something like that?
No, I don't see him doing nothing. Because Jordan might pull a different move and get you fired.
Yeah. Jordan probably get that
move. He probably get you fired. He ain't gonna pick up no basketball no more. He'll get you
I don't
fired.
know. So yeah, that the boy LeBron. Again, this is one of those like, come on, man. You got Space Jam about to come out. Come on, man. Let them have fun. Yeah. I mean, yeah, we know you're here, and maybe Bronny was getting favorable call. I didn't see the game. Maybe he was getting favorable call because of his dad. You don't know, but I mean, you're LeBron James's son. I mean, if you don't have a microscope on you, you ain't doing you're not good. You know what I mean? So I mean, it's kind of gift and a curse at the end of the day.
You know what the rules have always been for the best players.
Yeah,
we've seen that with Tom Brady against the Buffalo Bills several times.
Oh yeah,
we've seen that against the Oakland Raiders. We've seen rules change to protect Tom Brady.
Oh yeah,
I mean. Same thing here. LeBron, Jordan, they Kareem, Magic, they all got protected somehow, some way. You know what I'm saying? So that happens. That happens to the best players. They cater to those players because they bring in the seats. They bring in the people to fill in those seats. It is what it is.
Absolutely. I mean, they're the money. And if LeBron James Jr. wasn't playing, I probably doubt that building's going to be full. So, I mean, it is what it is.
Exactly.
So, I mean, it's a gift and a curse. It's a gift and a curse at the end of the day. But, yeah, I think it's about that time we did our patent pending. Don't be no fool, because, oh, man, was this person a fool. So, Kulu, why don't you go ahead and drop that jewel of sound for me one time for me, player?
Is the Fan Cave Sports Talk. Don't be no fool moment. Telling you from the words of Uncle Bobby.
Tell him, Uncle Bobby.
Don't be no fool.
Uncle Bobby. Thank God.
Okay, so this week's Don't Be No Fool goes to a lady named Rachel Nichols. Oh, this one hurt my heart. I have been a fan of Rachel Nichols for the long haul at ESPN. She's on The Jump. She was on ESPN NBA Countdown. She was on the sideline reporting. And I was a fan. I'm not going to lie. I was a fan. But, oh, man, sometimes you should never meet the people you're a fan of. Because New York Times obtained audio of Rachel Nichols. Now, this happened July of last year. They obtained audio of Rachel Nichols saying a little thing she shouldn't be saying. Now, mind you, this was a private conversation between her and allegedly, you mentioned to me, allegedly this was an associate of LeBron James. I don't know. I mean, that's allegedly, so we can't get sued. Allegedly. Oh, yeah, by the way, be sure to like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Helps us out a lot.
Yep.
Anyway, so this week's Don't Be No Fool goes to Rachel Nichols. She said, and I quote, I'm quoting here. This is a direct quote from her. I wish Maria Taylor all the success in the world. She covers football. She covers basketball. She's talking allegedly, she's talking about ESPN, the network. If you need to give her more things to do because you're feeling pressure about your crappy long-time record on diversity, which, by the way, I know personally from a female side of it, go for it. Just find it somewhere else. You are not going to find it from me or taking my thing away. Unquote. Woo! So, to break that down.
Sound like privilege to me.
Yeah, I'm just saying. To break that down, what Rachel Nichols is saying is, you only got the job because you're a black girl. Am I lying? Stop me when I'm lying, cool.
You're saying you got the job because you're a black girl and they're trying to show diversity amongst black people because what happened to George Floyd and so on and so on and so on and so on.
They got a crappy record for diversity at ESPN. And I love ESPN. ESPN, if you want to hire a brother, your boy's a free agent. You know what I'm saying? If you want to hire a brother, I'm all open to that. But Rachel, no. It's the fact.
Don't give her no pass, bro.
No. I'm not giving her. You don't get a pass. You don't get a pass.
You don't get no passes here.
Because This is something that happened behind the scenes. This wasn't on a network. This wasn't on a sideline. This wasn't on the jump. This wasn't something she said on a show. This was something that was reportedly recorded behind closed doors. So realistically, we don't know. This is what you got caught saying. We don't know what you said that we didn't catch on recording. You know what I mean?
Right.
So in my eyes, you definitely feeling some type of way. She gave an apology on ESPN.
Don't nobody care about that dry apology. Don't nobody care about that dry apology.
It was really bland and really dry.
Nobody care about that dry apology.
Again, now I don't know Rachel Nichols personally. I mean, she, like I said, she reports on the NBA. She was the NBA's. She hosted the Jump. I believe she's going to still host the Jump, if I'm not mistaken. But as far as her at ESPN released a statement, said, quote, ESPN has removed Rachel Nichols as a sideline reporter for the 2021 NBA Finals. She will be replaced by Malika Andrews. So shout out to Malika. You just came up, Ma. And Rachel, to quote my famous Uncle Bobby, in his words, especially in the NBA, don't be no fool. Don't be no fool.
You know, I just want to elaborate on that. You know, the NBA is dominated by black men.
True.
Dominated by black men. That's just like pretty much any other U.S. sport. But she crossed the line. She crossed the line here, Cousin Brad. And, you know, the thing is, you never want to see no one lose their job or anything like that.
Not at all.
And like you said, I was a fan of Rachel Nichols too. She has done some great interviews, but you got to watch what you be saying. You got to watch what you're saying. Black women have went through so much through and through in the work field in regards to their hair, in regards to how they sound, in regards to so many different things that they've had to transform themselves into Black Caucasian women in order to get to where they are. Let's keep this real. Let's keep this all the way real. And now you're going to basically say that she only got what she got for the fact that she's black. ESPN is trying to clean up their dirty track record of diversity, which is true, which is something that is a whole nother discussion. I'm not going to sit here and lie and say that Rachel Nichols wasn't telling the truth on that, because the diversity issues in ESPN is a real thing. And there's been plenty of people who left ESPN who have mentioned this.
That's a fact. This is all Googleable. This is nothing we're making up. This is all factual statements. I'm gonna be real. I see her going to Fox Sports 1, and that's not a knock. That's not a knock on Fox Sports. Before you even try, not saying you. Before y'all even try, I see her going to Fox Sports 1. I see that happening. I'm just saying. A couple of breaking news out of New England. Their former number 1 pick, wide receiver Nikhil Harry, has requested a trade. Just lost Nikhil Harry. I don't know. Things is not looking good in New England right now. Boxer Sugar Shane Mosley. Oh my God. When I saw the story, it just made me want to cringe. Sugar Shane Mosley. Now, we all know Sugar Shane Mosley. I've followed him for a long time. He's one of my favorite boxers of all time. Did you see the story on how much this man has to pay? He's going through a divorce right now, unfortunately. And I'm just going to read down the numbers here. The child support fees has to be paid per year $20,000 every year until all his kids are above 18. And the judge also made him pay $50,000 in his wife's legal fees. Also $85,000 as shared tax debt.
Wow.
Oh my goodness gracious.
That's where it comes into play. It's cheaper to keep her at that point.
Yeah. It's
and this is a guy who's been retired for a while.
Right.
So don't be surprised if you see him starting to come out trying to get a couple fights in like these other old timers.
Yeah, I would not be surprised if I seen Sugar Shane Money on a thriller joint. Like I would not be surprised if he fought Jake Paul or something like that, man. I would not be surprised at that at all. Holy crap. I mean, it's just like, and I'm a single guy, ladies. I'm single. The boys are free agent. But do I want to get married again? I don't know, man. I don't know.
Yeah.
Couple shout outs. Shout out to Joey Chestnut. If you don't know who Joey Chestnut is, he is the man who competes in Major League Eating, and he won his 14th eating championship at the eating hot dog championship at the Nathan's famous hot dog eating championship. 14 straight titles. So shout out to you, my guy. I mean, we're in the ESPN broke it down. Most championship titles. Joey Chestnut has 14 Nathan hot dog eating champions. Next one is Rafael Nadal. He has 13 French Opens. Migert Court. Don't quote me if I messed that up. 11 Australian Opens. Obviously, the great Bill Russell has won 11 NBA championships. Phil Jackson has tied him with 11 championships. And Henry Richard has won 11 NHL championships. So shout out to Joey Chestnut, my guy. That was really dope of you. You know, you won another. You won another one. You won another one. Now, final start tonight. Cool. Do the Phoenix Suns sweep the Bucks?
It all depends on Giannis's health. It all depends on Giannis's health, man. If you know, they said he's going to give it a go. I still don't see him putting up 25 plus points on that leg. The way that leg looked, I don't see it. I don't see the explosion being there that he normally has going to the basket.
Right.
I think it's really, and I also see a possible chance of him aggravating that injury. So I don't see it. I don't see them getting out of this. They might get one, maybe two, with Chris Middleton and Lopez and them coming through. Drew Holiday. Other than that, I don't see it. Now, speaking of that, you just touched on it. Chris Middleton and Giannis are the only players on the Bucks team. Remember they were trash. Remember they were trash a couple years ago. Yeah, 2013, 2014 season, they were the worst team in the NBA. They were the worst team. Only takes a matter of years. Now you're in the finals. Chris Middleton and Giannis are the only players remaining on that team. And I'm sorry, but Phoenix is just too powerful. They're just too powerful. They're well rested. I don't see Chris Middleton. I don't think he can do it by himself. You mentioned Brook Lopez, and we mentioned Drew Holiday. I don't see Phoenix losing a game. I say they're going to sweep them. Yeah, well, let's hope it's not a sweep. Let's hope that it's the NBA Finals.
True. Also want to give a shout out to Bills wide receiver Isaiah McKenzie. He just opened up a new barbecue shack in Miami.
Mafia.
Yeah, shout out to him, man, doing his big things. And Marv Albert, you got to give a shout out to Marv Albert. He called
hits from downtown.
Michael
Jordan.
Yes,
I gotta do my famous Michael Jordan. What a spectacular move!
Exactly.
Marv Albert was that boy.
I had to bring out the blazer today for Marv Albert. Marv, man, thank you for all the years, bro. He has been the voice of basketball since I've been alive. Like if Marv Albert called your game, now I'm not taking anything away from all the other guys out there that do Iron Eagle and
Kevin Harlan.
Yes, Kevin Harlan.
Love Kevin Harlan.
He's another GOAT. Shout out to him. But Marv Albert has been the voice of the NBA my entire life, and he just called his final game. It was the Bucks game, and shout out to Marv, man. Shout out to Marv. Yeah. Definitely shout out to Marv.
55 years, y'all. 55 years in basketball, man. Marv Albert, man. I remember playing NBA Live.
Yeah.
And I would be commentating, trying to imitate Marv Albert.
Exactly.
My brother Steve be in the basement. We'll hear him in the basement all the way from upstairs talking about, oh my God, what a shot by Jordan.
For real. Like it's crazy because some of the best highlights you see, like you look back and you see these highlights. A lot of these highlights are Marv Albert highlights. Like it's just I don't know. He was the voice of the NBA, and he definitely deserved his roses. I seen Reggie Miller gave him the trophy, the NBA championship trophy. So Marv Albert, shout out to you, my guy. You definitely earned it, man. Easy. Cool. Any more shout outs you want to give to you, man? Any more shout outs?
I want to give a shout out to the whole IBP team. Man, I love y'all, man. Y'all took me for a loop the other day, but it was beautiful. I want to send a shout out to Bills Mafia, Stevie Johnson, who gave us a wonderful shout out on the fan cave. You know what I'm saying? We're going to air that sometime probably next week. Yeah, we're getting a lot of support from the Buffalo Bills. And listen, man, we doing big things right here on the Fan Cave Sports Talk. Taking it to the next level. And also, possible announcement.
Oh, breaking.
Possibly
Hold
will.
Up. Breaking news. Breaking news.
We are looking into getting Mrs. Christy Buss on the Fan Cave, which is Jeannie Buss's sister. Okay, Dr. Buss's daughter. That would be huge. She's doing some major thing in the doing some major cosmetics works. She's still very much involved with the Lakers Nation. So shout out to her. Shout out to Lakers Fan Club for possibly plugging that in. So we're trying to get her right here on the Fan Cave. So be looking out for that.
Yep. And a couple of announcements too. Sister Charlotte just had her first show. Am I right?
Yes. Yeah. Sister Charlotte. Brother Patrick scheduled his first show in August. Sister Ratuja Ramtiki will be starting her show in August. We just got so many things going on right here on IBP, man. Make sure y'all all go out there and subscribe. YouTube, subscribe to the channel as you see below. Subscribe. Get to know us, get to love us.
And leave a comment. I want to hear from the people. If you disagree with anything on this show, anything you disagree with, leave it in the comments below. If you like, if you agree with it, leave your comments. I mean, we're welcome to bring you on the show and talk to you live and hear your point of view. We are more than willing to do that. So
thanks.
Shout out to you guys. This is IBP Media. My brother Kulu got his roses. He got his roses, man. We threw him a surprise party. If you look on IBP Media, the surprise is there. It was all set for him. He was all in the car. He was all huffing and puffing, and then he went back there, and we didn't get a tear. I told your wife when she hit me up, I'm like, well, I want tears. We didn't get a tear. But we got a good memory. We definitely got a good memory. Yeah. So shout out to your wife for putting that whole thing together. And shout out to the entire team being there. Shout out to you guys. We love you guys. We love our fans. We will see you next week. Go Bills.